Hi, my name is Tathan Lance Trout, and today I'll be going over some of the methods of nonverbal communication. Have you ever talked to someone and noticed what they're saying? It doesn't seem like it's how they feel? This is because of nonverbal communication. Nonverbal communication is a way that people show off their emotions without talking, and oftentimes they don't even realize it. Information is transferred and expressed via three forms of nonverbal communication. The three main ways people use nonverbal communication are facial expressions, appearances, and haptics. Changes in someone's facial expressions can show how they feel. Someone might say they're happy, but if their face is red and they're crying, you can clearly tell they're sad. Some people use their eyebrows as a method. If someone's like shocked, their eyebrows will raise. If they're angry, sometimes they'll scrunch up their eyebrows. Another way you can use facial expressions is through the use of eye contact, and this can be used to determine attention. So if someone's making eye contact with you, they're generally paying attention. If they're just kind of wandering off, looking around at other things, they're probably bored or not interested. But it can also be used as a form of aggression. So if people, give you like a menacing glare or just straight up staring at you, this can be used to show hostility. Changes in the tone of voice. So if someone, raises their voice, this can tell that they're mad. Like they might say they're not, but if they're yelling, they're probably pretty angry. If people are sad, sometimes it's very hard for them to keep a consistent tone. And things like repetition in their voice. So if they keep saying things over and over, like a little kid says, I want ice cream, says, I want ice cream, I want ice cream, I want ice cream. This can help reinforce the fact that he probably wants the ice cream. But it's not like earlier I said someone is mad and they're yelling, but they say they're happy, they're fine. This is how you can contradict feeling, is that their tone isn't matching up with what they're saying. As Melinda Smith said, the human face is extremely expressive, able to convey countless emotions without saying a word. And it's pretty true. You can basically anything someone does with their face can give off how their tone, or not tone, but how they feel. So for appearances, things like gestures. So when you like wave, you're showing that you're being friendly. If you have a clenched fist, it's a sign of aggression. And they can be shown from distances. Things like posture. Country Cherry says that posture can convey a wealth of information about how a person is feeling, as well as hints about personality characteristics, such as whether a person is confident, open, or submissive. So if a person, is sitting at their desk in school and they put their head on the table, they're either tired or bored and really just don't care what's happening. If someone's all jittery, then they're probably excited for something. It's just really how someone's just, not moving, or just how they're positioned, really. And the amount of space between people shows how comfortable they are. So with friends, you're going to be generally closer to each other. But if there's a stranger, you're generally going to keep your space because you don't know this person. You're not comfortable with them being there. So you're just going to, distance yourself out between people depending on how comfortable you are with them. And so the last point is haptics. Haptics, or commonly known as touch, can be used for many different things. So the first one is it can be used as a sign of respect. As Rebecca Musgrove says, the handshake is a form of touch often used in professional settings, and although it seems innocent, it can convey many things about the relationship between two people. So the most common form for respect is like a handshake. Like almost any business thing you're gonna do, you're giving someone a handshake, and it's gonna show you you're respecting them. Depending on how close you are, like with friends and stuff, you'll do more things that of haptics. You're gonna high five people, pat them on the back, hands on shoulders, things like that. That you're not gonna just randomly touch like strangers or anything like that. But it can also be used to show how close you are to someone, like certain touching for kissing, or sometimes hugs can be used to show if you love someone. And there are things you're not generally going to do with other people. So haptics is basically just showing how comfortable you are, or things like respect. So information is expressed or is transferred and expressed via the three forms of nonverbal communication. So the 3 points I went over were facial expressions. So anything that has to do with, things on people's face, how they look, how they talk, and eye contact. For appearances, we said gestures, which can be used from a distance. Just how they generally, standing or sitting as in their posture. And how close they are to you. And haptics is really just show how close you are to someone, or just a sign of respect. And then nonverbal communication is important to overall communication when it comes to things that cannot be expressed verbally. It's just about as important as verbal communication, because you can use it to see things that they don't let off when they're talking verbally. So they can say one thing, but you can use nonverbal communication to figure out what their true intentions are, or how they're actually feeling and emotion wise. And yeah. And then here's my sources.